Hello, welcome back to another game on Arena, a 1v1 between JonSlow in red as the Incas, his opponent repard in blue as the Japanese. I picked a JonSlow game because I haven't been casting games of him in ages, and I just want to see how he did there back in, it was November, but I think it was before the November patch, so I don't really know the new patch too well. This game has been played like 2-3 weeks ago, more or less 3 weeks ago, and I also want to see how JonSlow is doing in Dark and Feudal Age with the Incas, what his build order is, if there's anything special. I hope we're not going to see a Trash, but JonSlow I think has outgrown his Trash days and it's unlikely to see it. The Japanese, guess it's possible, but then again repard, I hope at least, is not really the Trash kind of player. And for now I want to see the map of JonSlow, and then I will fast forward a little bit. Now of course Incas still have that llama. I don't know if anything changed about that, but I hope not. We have a main goal for JonSlow that you can see already very close to his TC. Second gold inside, forwardish, not too far forward. 4 Ibex, is it Ibex? Yes, so really close to the TC, easy to lure in. And JonSlow is actually deciding to go forward as he has the Dark Age Eagle Scout against the Scout Cavalry. And he knows his Eagle Scout is stronger, so why not go for that immediately? He's got enough food available to go through Dark Age without any trouble. He's using a sheep to scout here. And he's building a lumber camp on the left hand side while scouting the walls of repard. Can see the second stone outside already. And I hope he's not deciding to trust. He can see his own 2 stones, main stone forward, second stone on the outside, but not too far away. Can see one boar close to the wall, the other boar, let's find out, yeah, is on the left hand side here, close to the gate. And JonSlow going with a standard 4 on wood, I imagine, 6 on food, 4 on wood. He's also continuing to scout. You can see a relic now, other than one close to his base, so he knows where repard is going to try and grab relics if he's doing that, and JonSlow also knows where he could send Eagle Scouts if he's going for the approach. We have 4 villagers on wood now, and villager going to take the boar. I think JonSlow just realized, okay, my boar is gone away, and maybe he missed the fact that it's actually going in the living in the shadows here, and only now he can see it using the sheep. He is getting that boar towards the TC, is also taking sheep number 5, I think, but that's all fine, and he's sending a villager to build a mill. Of course he doesn't need to build a house at this point in the game, as the Inca houses provide 10 population, and I also hope that this is something that didn't change. Now JonSlow still has 30 plus food on the sheep. The boar is going to run back, but there shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, JonSlow saying, hey, I have another villager here that can attack the boar, and in a few seconds, there it is, boar is gonna get attacked by all villagers. That boar lure is quite okay, it's enough on the TC. He doesn't need to move back and forth the villagers. I remember on Woobly that was a little bit different, because you couldn't stand on top of the boar, so you needed to get good boar lures in. In the meantime, we do see a 3rd gold forward for repard. Extra gold between the 2 players. There we see the second stone, we can see the main stone. JonSlow has 4 villagers on berries, he's got 4 on wood, he's got 7 villagers on food, all pretty standard. He is not using command queue apparently, or it's not working, because this villager should not be taking a tree that is 3 tiles away from the lumber camp, but it's only a minor detail. And of course the second boar is coming in, while the other one is on 140. That's actually too much. Could have gone for 1 more villager here on the board before sending and going for the next one, but okay. And JonSlow is saying, yeah, I'm still getting my boar in, better now than never. And that boar is not really good, as you can see, it's outside of the TC, the villagers have to run, move around. And therefore he should have maybe waited, should have just taken like 3-4 villagers off the boar, attacked it, and then he could have put it underneath the TC like this. That's not perfect, but it's will be good enough. And JonSlow should definitely create more villagers just in time. Also the Eagle Scout is now starting to lure the deer in the Ibex, and we have 11 villagers underneath the TC on the 2 boars. It's still 4 and 4, so nothing special for now. Is it 12 already? I can see 10 villagers here, 11 villagers. Villager number, what is that, 20 in total is going to the left hand side. JonSlow apparently is going with a 1 lumber camp approach. Of course he's got 320 wood already, saving on the houses, and he will need wood, but not as much, and I think it looks like he's going for a second lumber camp here. It's a nice spot, it's a lumber camp in the dark, but it's the only side where he has wood. On the other side this is open, so he cannot really build a lumber camp here. It makes sense to go for that. Also, he's using now 7 villagers on the board, 4 villagers on deer, on ibex. That's a nice distribution of villagers, and he is going with 2 villagers on the lumber camp, is preparing to get a mining camp, but is going for more villagers. Also, house coming up now. You should not forget to build that house before reaching 24 population. It's really annoying if that's happening, but it happens sometimes. And of course, 2 villagers on gold is enough. Let's see where the last villager is going. JonSlow has not built any farms yet. Doesn't really need them, I guess. We have 7 villagers on that sheep here, 4 on ibex, could send 5, and the last villager is actually going towards berries. So I think JonSlow is going with a 0 farm approach. 2 villagers on gold now, and he is on the way up to feudal age. 5 on berries, and that's still 11 villagers underneath the TC, 2 on gold, and 4 plus 2 on the lumber camps. I guess he's gonna send more of those food villagers to the lumber camps later on. For now, he's luring another ibex in. There's 1 more to go, and that's a lot of free food yet to take. Also sending the last sheep here, and I think one of those villagers could easily take some ibex here. There's only 4 of them working, and on 2 ibex, now only on 1. But it's fine, it's all good. JonSlow has a solid build order here, and I think there was not too much idle time. That the second boar was a little bit too early in, but it's not a big problem. I'm not sure where these 2 villagers are going. I don't really understand it. That's thanks DE. Now, of course, the last ibex is there. We have JonSlow with the 500 and something wood arriving at feudal age. I'm predicting that one, but it's not a big problem. And JonSlow, as he did not use the sheep to scout in Dark Age, is now going with the Eagle Scout. He's not going to dare to go outside, most likely. Instead, he's going to wait for Castle Age before actually going out. And now there should be 3 villagers building, and that's a big problem for JonSlow. He's sending the villagers way too late. I've told him on stream just to be annoying, but also to like say, yeah, why don't you send them earlier? And I'm really curious to see how much idle time we're going to get on the TC. JonSlow is going for 2 farms now. He has enough wood in the bank. He will have enough food once those villagers are dropping off. Actually, it's there already. And the market going up. The last villager here, that's on 70%, market on 75, villager on 80. And we're gonna have a little bit of idle time, 11:48. And the click is happening 5 seconds later. That's 5 seconds you don't really need to idle. And that's only 5. Sometimes it's more. But if you can prevent any idle time, why shouldn't you go for that? Now JonSlow obviously is going for more villagers on wood. We're most likely going to see second and third TC later on. The last ibex was taken. JonSlow probably has done double bit X. Does he have horse color upgrade? No. I think it's 250 with horse collar. Is going for double X now and is waiting for a little bit more food to get the horse collar upgrade, or he's just delaying it and is saying, I'm going for some eagles. We do have the scout cavalry now from repard scouting JonSlow's base. He's going to see the 3rd gold outside. He can see the 2nd stone. He should be able to see the main stone even, but JonSlow doesn't really care as the barracks is out of sight, and he's gonna go for some eagles here and is saying, yeah, why shouldn't I go for map control? I want to grab some relics. I want to see more of my map actually as well. And with 45 population cap, JonSlow won't get housed too early on. 10 villagers on wood and 5 on gold. That's very important. Also 5 on food to get that Eagle Scout production going, as well as going for Bosa and more villagers in Castle Age then. Does he have a 2nd Eagle Scout now? Not yet, but there it is, staying in the barracks. Interesting. I guess he saw Repard Scout going the other way and is saying, okay, I will be fine here. At this point in the game, I think it's okay to reveal the map, see what Repard has. Main stone and main gold forward actually. So JonSlow could go aggressive here. Now both players on the way up, now are up to Castle Age. Holy shit. And we have the Bosa upgrade coming in. Also, Repard going for scouts here, is that correct? Yes, he's got a few scouts. Actually going knights, interesting. Going for knights against the Eagle Scouts, it makes sense. We have a monastery up, we have 2 monks on the way. And JonSlow is going for that first extra TC between the mining camp and the lumber camp. I'm not quite sure about that one, but it's close to the main goal, it's on a wood line, so I guess it will be fine here. 1 eagle going down, the other 3 eagles should probably run away, because there's 2 knights, and the knights should be a lot stronger here, even though the Eagle Scouts have a bonus. There's 1 monk and a spearman. I like this idea, but the monk especially is going to make sure that those knights have to run away. And relic-wise, JonSlow getting 1 in already. Repard got 1 here, and the other 3 in the open map. map. What can JonSlow see? He can see one more on the bottom and one more on the top from his point of view. Sending an eagle to make sure that the repard can just take the relic here. And we have a big fight with a lot of spearmen, but a lot of monks also going down. That's 3 monks down for JonSlow. Not a good fight for him. He's still standing, patrolling there. One of the eagles now is actually just saying, yeah, you stay here, you make sure that we don't see really getting taken, and JonSlow also was able to convert one of the knights here. So I guess he will be fine. He's in a score lead. He's got a 30C up and running on the woodline in the back. He's failed to set a gather point for these villagers, but he's going to find out about her eventually. There we go. And now we have 3 TCs up and running. Mini boom on the way with 2 relics already in. No, that's just 1, but the second should come in very soon. And of course, repard is still trying to go there. Japanese knights are nothing special, and I guess light cav might have been stronger, but it's worth a try, and JonSlow is now grabbing relic number 2 for him. We have repard grabbing the undetected relic. JonSlow cannot see this one, so repard will be fine here, and JonSlow should be able to grab the last relic on the open field. Then we have JonSlow going for stone, and 52 villagers. We are 21 minutes in, and we have repard on the other side with 3 TCs probably up and running. That's TC number 3. Is it 4 TCs? Wow. Do you call it greedy? Is it a good idea to go for TCs? I would love to see Samurai against Kameyuks in this game. Unlikely, but could happen. We have slingers for JonSlow, hand cannons for Japanese. I might be wrong on that one. And now repard is trying to scout the rest of the map, but no more relics here. And I don't think we're going to see any big fights unless one of them is going for Fort Siege Workshop. Either player could go for that actually, but why would you? I think repard with the 4 TCs, if he's going forward, is really dangerous. JonSlow might want to go forward, but he is apparently not really eager to send a villager. Instead, we do see 72 population, but only 62 villagers at 23.5 minutes. Of course, he's been investing into eagles, so you can't really be at 80 or something. And the siege workshop is coming up, but not too far forward. That's the second castle age building, so JonSlow will be able to click up to Imperial Age. As for repard, he's got a lot of villagers on stone. He will go for a castle, most likely somewhere around these 2 goals. No, he's actually sending the villagers to put the castle on the left-hand side where his second stone is. This is interesting, and he's also got enough resources to click up to Imperial Age now. He's still missing that important castle age building, the castle itself. Both players on the way up to castle age. We have a few monks here for JonSlow, 2 scouts, a few two knights, a few eagle scouts, and 1 mangonel attacking that house. I think repard should just wall behind this, go for stone walls. Samurai production already starting. The villager tried to get a forward outpost in, but now JonSlow knows about the castle, and we know what this is going to mean. Also, we have repard with more villagers on stone still, so he is going to be able to get a second castle, while JonSlow is only going for first castle now. Archer ranges to get those slingers in, or maybe even arbalest, but I think slingers might make more sense. And we also have Thumbring coming up. Imperial Age soon to be done. This could be interesting. I think repard should be able to get that trebuchet advantage with the second castle now between the 2 goals as expected. It's finally going with mining camp on the main goal again. And there is the samurai trying to get some good fights. Actually, most of the infantry from JonSlow going down. 1 or 2 monks survived, actually 3 of them. There's a mangonel and there's the slinger production starting. I am going to slow down a little bit. I want to see the trebuchets from repard. That's 1 and 2 coming up. He's going for archer ranges himself, possibly for elite skirmishers, and he's not producing any samurai for now, or anymore. There's 3 on the field, and those 2 trebuchets. What is he going to attack here? Is he going to attack the archer range? I like this idea, but you need like 4 or 5 to make it quick, to make it effective. And also repard is not going for the samurai approach apparently. Instead we're going to see crossbowmen and arbalest later on. Archer range is coming up on the bottom, protecting that stone. Repard has enough stone for 2 more castles, and I'm really curious to see where he's going to put them. Trebuchet fight happening, but there's a mangonel from JonSlow. Also the slingers could hit the trap, and that's 1 trebuchet going down, while repard is just very low on military units. That's only 8 that he has, with 128 villagers and 1k6 stone in the bank. He's not producing any samurai. 43 farmers is actually a good number, but he's low on resources, and JonSlow transitioning into military units faster with those slingers on the field, the mangonel as well, which makes sense, and into trebuchets. Now he's going to attack the castle on the bottom here. Also is lining his army up behind the traps to make sure that no enemy units can really let's say, melee units can attack them. Conscription on the way, and repard will be able to repair that castle for a long time. He's also going for another castle. Where is that? Because did he sell some stone, or did he build another castle somewhere? I can see only the two. It doesn't make sense for me. Not quite sure where the stone went. Maybe he sold some. There is no crossbowmen on the field. Those crossbowmen have +3, but arbalest only on the way. And like this, repard is going to lose a lot of military units as he is fighting with a very small army against quite a big one from JonSlow. And even though that's only slingers, they are still going to be decent dish against the arbalest. JonSlow is following up with the trebuchets, and he's going to attack another castle. Repard's transition to Imperial Age was not smooth at all, and that's one of the, I think, most difficult parts in the game. Going for a smooth transition into Imperial Age after going for a 3 or 4 TC boom on Arena. Of course, repard went for the 4 TC, so he actually needed to go maybe like a castle in the back here, go for a lot of samurai, make sure that the slingers are getting attacked by either light cav or elite skirmishers, and then just go for it. Because the samurai, once they're on the field, they are fast, and they are tricky to play against, and JonSlow won't have an easy time to like go for a counter unit as the Kamayuks. Kamayuks should be okay against the samurai. I have no idea how good they are in 1v1 or in big groups. Like this, the slingers will be able to take down samurai quite fast, even though they are able to approach here. And JonSlow also has done all launchers to make sure that any ranged units are actually not a big threat, at least. So for now, JonSlow with a really nice attack going for himself, and I now want to see if repard has a chance to come back from this. 35 minutes in, it's not really looking too good. Oranges against arbalest, we know this is going to end with the oranges going down or with a big bada boom. And in this case, arbalest micro from repard on point. Another onager approaching. Repard has a problem. He doesn't. He lost 2 of the castles. JonSlow is going with another forward castle here, and arbalest against slingers, but also against elite skirmishers now. So JonSlow realizing, yeah, I cannot fight slingers against arbalest. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I can mix in elite skirmishers immediately without too much trouble. I have a lot of upgrades on those already. And then I can counter my opponent's army using onagers and the cheaper elite skirmishers at the same time. Like this, repard needs to mix in some other unit. He's trying to micro this using his arbalest against all that army, and he's actually able to take down one of those onagers. But the problem is he doesn't have siege units. He doesn't have his strong samurai in the field. Yeah, there's one of them, but it's going to die really fast. And JonSlow is still attacking buildings, and that means either production buildings are going down or castles, something like that. And while repard is actually able to micro and do a good damage against these onagers, in the meantime we have JonSlow with another forward castle up. We have the trebuchets now packing to attack the next buildings, and JonSlow is really looking good in this one. Nice transition from a 3 TC mini-boom with 3 relics. Going for the elite slingers first was a nice idea because it somewhat discouraged repard to go for the samurai. I want to see how repard is using that 1 trebuchet against the castle, but there's 3 counter traps to actually go for repard's castle at the same time. These arbalists can really approach. Castle fire is taken on arbalest rather easily, and trebuchets, of course, are not dying to arbalest really. So like this, repard is defending at home already with a main gold exposed, with a 3rd gold exposed, and even though he has villagers on that extra stone here, did not dare to go for the extra gold, and JonSlow is approaching with 5 trebuchets now. Is it 5? 6 even, that's 6 trebuchets, and they will be able to take down buildings really fast, even though they're not Japanese trebuchets, which would be awesome. Of course, repard could have gone for the catapult traps as well, but like this, JonSlow is the one who is saying, yeah, I'm going to destroy all your buildings because, yeah, why not? I have the time, you don't really have to counter to anything. And repard at this point in the game has 5k plus wood in the bank, a lot of lumberjacks, but only 26 farmers. Not really a lot of space here. That's why you don't build houses like this, because it's taking away so much space. Just build them a little bit more forward in these like gaps here. Make sure that your opponent can just walk in, and then you have space in the back to go for farms. There's not a lot of space, but there would be enough to get like at least 20, 25 more farms if you're placing your houses somewhere else. Could also go for farms outside. He's now going for stables here, but even with the 1k food he has, how do you approach these trebuchets and elite skirmishers? You need more army, you need different army, and JonSlow, I think, should start to build some counter units to upcoming cavalry, or even elite eagle warriors, which is a clear sign for repard to quit the game, because elite eagle warriors streaming in, that means no chance to counter easily. Elite samurai, that's the good option here, I guess. Champions is a reasonable option, but it's tough to get there. And light cav, Not really. So let's see how long Repard will be able to survive this. Can he come back? To be honest, I think no. Because what do? What can you do against this? JonSlow has a lot of resources in the bank. Maybe not any longer because he's been investing into Elite Eagle Warriors. But Repard is population capped on 190 with 135 villagers and still is not able to push this back. These Arbalists are not dying like flies, but dying quite fast here now. Elite Eagle Warriors with 10 pierce armor, that means Elite Skirmishers are basically doing no damage. Yeah, one of course, but no damage whatsoever. There's a monk in the mix to heal up. I guess that one was left over. Was it a misclick? I'm not quite sure. And the rest of the Arbalists are actually dying quite fast. Nice fighting spot here. Problem is there's the 5-6 trebuchets hitting more buildings. Yeah, University is not really that important right now, but you can see it here. JonSlow just swiped part of Repard's base here, and now Repard is saying I can move outside. I've got a bit more economy going here. I've got a lot of production buildings, but I don't have the resources. So can I really win this? Can I really defend this? JonSlow for sure is not going to stop anything, and here we go. Repard is actually resigning the game. I think this one was decided in early Imperial Age when JonSlow had a smooth transition, and Repard maybe should have gone for like one unit immediately. Go for a samurai, go for a supportive unit like the Elite Skirmishers. Make sure your trebuchets are not dying. Maybe one mistake, going out with the trebuchets and attacking JonSlow's cast on the open field, where JonSlow could use the Mangonel to just take the trebuchet down. It's small mistakes that add up, and JonSlow in this game, I think, had potentially the better civilization, played it out really well. I hope you enjoyed this one, enjoyed the game. See you in the next games. GG.